What up YouTube, it's your boy Sleek back with another video, and today we're reacting to FaZe is suing the Ex-Faze members. I was gonna cut it here because I did make like 6 videos already because we are going crazy this month, but I just seen this and I had to react to it for the next day. So if you're watching this, I recorded it yesterday. Yes, I don't know what's going on with the FaZe. I thought it was done. I thought niggas just left, but we're gonna see what's going on. Before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below, the bell to the side for Naughty Squad. Like this video. I noticed that I be just looking around and stuff like that when I'm talking and stuff like that, like I'm blind, you know, Ray Charles or something. But I am not shaving until I get to 1K, and we almost there, 300 away. So let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video hit for. Let's go.
We're not even gonna play no sound effects. This ain't no game. They sent my ass a $50,000 bill. What is you talking about? Now I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
$50,000 bill.
April Fool's prank. It was August, but yeah, bro.
Huh? We're not even with them anymore.
It's a weird, scary world we're living in.
How do I? 4th of July.
My boy got pimple patches just cuz.
Minecraft stream 22 grand. What? Floor repairs 300 grand.
You want to text her?
I'm not.
See, unless they actually did something to where they have to pay that, I feel like this is petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? That like they do because, oh, now you want to leave? Now we're going to charge you for this. This is label tactics, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. Unless they actually did something to acquire that bill, I feel like this is petty already.
Answering? I'm not in that anymore.
Any chance that I get to gritty on the graves of the FaZe organization, I just smile. Even though they've been disconnected from the organization for a couple months now, it seems as though the streamers that made up the organization of FaZe are in a bit of a pickle. They've been hit with some bills, and I mean massive bills.
4th of July party, 5,000. Let's read the whole thing in totality. FaZe owners are asking ex-members Lacey, Silky, Platboy Max, Jason Nguyen, and Adapt to pay millions in damages. I hope the millions in damages is more than what was displayed, but I guess. 4th of July party, 5,000. Minecraft stream, 22,000. You're paying 22,000 for a Minecraft stream, but 5,000 for a 4th of July party. Okay. Priorities is definitely floor repairs for FaZe house, 300,000. Now I don't know whether it's because of the location, region, or whatever, but I do know that it does not cost 300,000 to fix floors in a house. One of my co-workers, my boys, was doing a renovation for a whole house and spent 20,000 on it. So unless you must be getting robbed. I don't know.
Those relating to damages and other content related things while they were in the group, even though it seems as though this shouldn't be right. This kind of highlights the underhanded nature of signing to one of these groups, and it was a part of the warnings that a lot of people gave to them during that time. Now, of course, there is one person who should be answering to all of this, but he's not around. But boy, oh boy, I am sad, but I am happy that this story just keeps on giving. It's the gift.
What's your animosity with FaZe, gang? I really want to know. Somebody comment down below what he got with FaZe. I know y'all competition with AMP and stuff like that. You AMP team AMP and stuff, but what FaZe do to you?
It keeps on giving. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's going to go a long, long way for the channel. I've got some massive bills that are piling up, no different than FaZe. Mine are for like dental work, and you know, my kneecaps are a little bit bruised up. I need to go to the doctor, stuff like that. Every subscription counts. It's going to help me out. Now, back into the video. I thought the worst news that was going to come out of this week was that FaZe Rug wasn't going to be participating in the gaming challenge that they had going on. But this formerly reputable group is still going through hell. I think people have to remember that FaZe was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, organization to come out of content creation, full stop. Maybe behind Mr. Beast or whatever the case may be, but definitely in the gaming sphere, they topped it all. Celebrities were in it, brands were in it, people were rocking the merch. Hell, Ronnie James was in it at one point in time. But with the different controversies, they had
so even he's not in FaZe anymore. Dang, bro, y'all stock is going down, gang.
Over the years. I'm talking about the company going public and its stock collapsing, massive layoffs and internal restructuring, long-term members criticizing the group and the organizational structure, and creators leaving only to diss them once they get off the platform. All this bad business has followed them a long, long, long way. And now when we transition into the streamer era, and now that it's kind of over, it is still haunting them. Now, I want it to be clear, it seems as though the FaZe boys are doing great right now. Although they can't can't make group content simply due to the fact that they still have some attachment and ties there. Maybe there was like a non-compete clause. Individually, they are thriving.
No. I signed in 2023.
That's different than mine.
So 2 more years I got. Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna drop a whole doc, nigga.
New group name should be the Broke Boys.
That's not a bad shout. DBB?
DBB, the Broke Boys.
D-double-B?
That's not bad at all. Pepsi sent me it. I miss Pepsi. Anyone else, bro? Drop on me if you miss Pepsi right now.
Why does he have Kyson in that
You fight
background?
him?
No, I'm can't speak on why I can't be with him right now for legal reasons.
Wait, no fucking way
Stop.
that the
Bad
phase
jokes, bad
contracts
jokes, bad jokes, bad jokes,
No
bad jokes.
way.
Bad jokes right
No
now.
fucking
Not
way.
a good time to joke.
He's under phase contract. That's crazy. Yo, I'm gonna say loud and proud.
Oh no, this is where I get a lawsuit. GG's. Love you,
I
boys.
would
Love you, boys.
break those contracts instantly.
Love you, boys.
And just tank it. If they go after me, they're
Damn.
wrong, and they will tank. I mean, they'll publicly tank everything.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Whoa. So the assistants were signed to contracts as well, and they can't follow them after the group has been disbanded. Oh my God, Banks had these boys next of kin tied up. So for the foreseeable future, we'll be seeing them in maybe some sort of duos or offshoot type of things, but of course, do their 2-year non-compete agreement while they still handle some stuff behind closed doors. They can't do group content, but that's okay. The reason why it'd be okay is because they should be done with any other dramas. They just gotta sit on their hands, wait their time, and then they should be able to pop out. But while they were sitting on their hands, these guys came and got their pockets tapped by big bank banks, saying that they owed them an insane amount of money for damages related to content and other things.
It's bad? This is fine, right?
How?
This is
I wasn't even
Friday.
in the Helmet Heads video. I didn't even make a Helmet Head song.
Mind you.
What? What?
They got paid for that.
What?
So I shouldn't tell them that we need all the money from the YouTube.
What? Helmet Heads?
Tell them that we need all the money from the YouTube then.
Helmet Heads was 10.
They finessing Silk. Nigga, they was finessing ever since they got us locked in that fucking...
Wait, Drew.
Wait, they're talking about... They're not talking about this. They're talking about this house?
Brother, we're talking M's.
No, I'm talking about... They're not talking about...
We are talking
No, I'm
M's.
saying.
M's.
Listen. They're talking about the house that we live in currently?
No, Sabaton.
Oh, yeah. I'm not signed to nothing.
Now, according to FaZe, it seems as though the charges are related to property damage. But this raised a lot of questions. It seems as though these boys were in some sort of 360 type of situation. The house was used heavily for the streams, the events, and content directly tied to the organization. So if the house in and of itself was tied to revenue generating ventures, why is it that the guys are on the hook for all of this money? Now, we've seen things like this before in the music industry, where everything about your life is now needed to be recouped even after the fact. Somebody may have gifted you a car as a signing bonus, gave you a chain to be a part of a certain label or set or group or whatever the case may be. And then when you
Scary
try to
business,
leave, all
man.
of a sudden you're getting a bill or you're getting your final paycheck cut at the knees simply due to the fact that you signed up for this. You got to remember that the FaZe house in and of itself was a major center for everything. Streaming hub, collaboration space, content house. And while there were some damages that took place, because I could only imagine what those floors look like as people dragged a bunch of different things around them, I'm gonna blame FaZe themselves for not putting some sort of covering on those floors. These are kids. Why would you have real hard wood on these floors? I don't think that people understand this stuff. That first AMP house was Mariah Carey's old house that had Mariah Carey, the singer, songwriter, the artist,
not
and
hear
her
that.
individual effects in there. I always thought to myself, because there used to be these horse statues in the house, why are these seemingly expensive horse statues and figurines in a house in which we're about to do a paintball war and fireworks in? It's the stupidest thing in the world. But
That
the
was
problem
an
is that
ideal
the house
at the
gets
time.
elevated from just a living space. It is a part of the content, it is a part of the brand, it is a thing in and of itself. Any damages related to it should have been covered by some sort of insurance, right? FaZe K-San would take
would
to
think.
the internet and elaborate more on the situation. And ultimately, it would lead to all signs pointing to the people at the top and the ones that negotiated the deal are asshats. Ex-Faze K-San says, so it's okay to not pay your creators money you owe them from brand deals you committed. Do these brands know they're doing this? I have to pay taxes on these deals too that I'm not getting paid for. How is this legal?
The boys are at the height of everything. They're back-to-back orgs of the year. Everybody in FaZe averaging 10, 20K. Oh, all the boys are averaging 10, 20K viewers. And then like
I feel like out of all the FaZe, he got the best room. The aesthetic, like, it's the W room for stream, I guess. I don't know if that's like the room that you sleep in. Obviously not. But
best sponsor,
if that was, that'd be a little cringe, I guess. Have your name on the wall and all that. But it's fire, though. Gives a little, like, Minecraft type. Only because of the wall on the left, but
we could grab was Four
it's fire.
Loko. It was. I was sitting there thinking like something's weird. Like I feel like especially with now, the best we can do is Four Loko, bro. There's 7 people in FaZe averaging 20K viewers. These motherfuckers, they should have been on a cover of cereal boxes. Like
you got AMP and McDonald's and Adidas, and you all come up with Four Loko gang. I ain't gonna lie, somebody's over here playing games. We gotta hire another creative director or something to get something going. Cause where the managers at, dog? What are y'all doing? What? You got Reagan, Adidas off a year in. Maybe it's off the name of Kai Cenat, but I'm saying like Reagan, Adidas, even Rakai. Probably I think he had Adidas too. Both of them had Adidas. And y'all talking about some Four Loko, boy. Okay. I'll be grateful because it's better than nothing, but still.
I was sitting there like, wait,
FaZe.
this not making sense. Like, how the fuck, like 2 years ago, did we have Porsche and McDonald's? Ron has 35K viewers building a slide. I remember I called one of the internal people. I said, yo, Ron is averaging 35K viewers building a slide in the back of the backyard. It should be a Nike slide. Why is it not a Nike slide?
The reason why all this is happening is because everybody was in bed with each other except for the people that were actually creating the content.
Hey,
Look, the reality of it is that no matter what that article said from the person who ended up buying a majority stake in FaZe, they were tapping the pockets of the streamers and creators every which way they can go. As Kason said, they were doing brand deals in which they then had to pay taxes on, and then they didn't receive money. And mind you, these brand deals are no longer the brand deals of old. They're not the Porsches. They're not.
In reality, you're paying to have collaborations with those brands. You're not even getting paid to do the brand deals. You're paying to do the brand deals. That's
the McDonald's, they're
crazy.
The Four Locos, they're the fantasy companies, there are all these other types of deals that are closely associated with the owners. You know, the owners used to be ex-CEOs of these companies, and it's all convoluted. But now, for whatever reason, these guys are having to pay damages on a house that should have come with a big brand deal in the first place that covered all these things. It's not like this is their first rodeo. And so now they're holding payments while sending a bill. That just doesn't make any type of sense. Let me put it in the layman's perspective. Think about if you went to work for 5 years or so, and every day when you went into the office, you made some coffee, you might have made some water cups, used their ice or whatever the case may be, used their microwaves, and you parked in the parking lot. You want to leave the corporation, and upon receiving your final paycheck, you realize that it's been short. Hell, it's always been short. There's always been a few dollars here and there missing. And then they send you a bill for the cups, for the ice, for the straws, and for the microwave usage. Now, all these things help get your work done throughout the day. They even started charging you for chair usage. Maybe one broke or you had to switch a laptop cable. All these things are things that help get the job done on a day-to-day basis. But now the company is charging you for it, and they're withholding pay from your check. This is how nasty this is.
I don't know what I can and can't say on this bitch in terms of FaZe legalities and money and shit, but just know there are no strings on me. There was never no strings on me. So we are good on this side. You understand what I'm saying? I make sure I read my shit front and back. I don't play about those, bro. And that's why I like using my own shit. I need something done, I'll handle it. I'm good. You want to pay for my rent? I'm cool, gang. I don't want no leverage on me, cuz. Can't do it. They some hoes for that, though. My dog, they gonna be good, though. They gonna be good. We ain't talking about that, because I don't know what I can't get. They gonna be good. Hopefully.
Now, off rip, I know people would speculate and say that they probably had different contracts because Rage came in with a level of success that maybe others didn't, et cetera, et cetera. But during the whole debacle, Rage came to the internet and said, as I remember, that he always knew that stuff wasn't just handed out for free.
Multi-million-dollar house for the free ski. We got all this shit lined up. I'm like, yo, that sounds too good. So I'm supposed to drop my whole life, my whole world, and go to LA and just believe niggas just got me out there? No, bro. No, bro. And imagine if I would've. I would've been out there in LA homeless with fucking 10 dogs looking for a place to fucking sleep. Imagine I did that shit, nigga.
Granted, these things might have always existed.
But theoretically, bro, if I'm as big as Rage, bro, I'm not going there investing in that house, dog. I'm going to get me a little penthouse, you feel me, where I can lay my head at And that will be the content house that I will go to and stay at occasionally when I'm doing content or chilling with the bros. You never heard Duke over here having that problem. Well, it didn't go corporate, but you never heard Davis or Agent or Kai. Well, he spent most of his majority of the time in the room, but those other three, you never heard them having that type of problem. They already had a apartment of some sort, you know what I'm saying, back up to where they can go and lay their head at if things was getting crazy or if they just didn't want to be there. They always had somewhere to be other than that crib. You don't got to drop everything. You already got a crib over there, but I'm just saying it might be a lot to get an apartment and stuff and add that to the bill. But at the same time, it's like if you're rich at that point, bro, it ain't nothing to get like a $3K a month apartment in a building somewhere, dog. You don't gotta do the luxury shit all the time.
Contract in and of itself, but I find it very, very, very interesting how people on the internet, I'm talking about people that commentate on these situations, give grace to these kids when coming to understand contractual obligations. You should have read these things, lawyer up, all these, etc., etc. Sure, they should have read their contracts, probably had a legal team go over the paperwork and all this other stuff. But I'm saying this as a 29-year-old, and for what it's worth, I can be honest, because I don't know why we put up these facades on the internet. I don't read every single contract. I don't read every single terms of service agreement. I don't read a bunch of different things. Most people don't, and these companies know that. That's why they bury those details. The phrase "the devil's in the details" come from this specific thing. But that doesn't make it any less manipulative just because it's in there. Especially when you give these contracts to early 20-something-year-olds, fill it with a bunch of legal jargon, and have some sort of scummy 40-year-old man act as if he's cool with these young men, run around, hang with them, take them to clubs, etc., ultimately to push a piece of paper in front of their face. In another industry, they would call that PIMPing, but we're not going to use that word because it has certain connotations and other things like that. I don't want to, water that word down, but that's basically what it is.
Where's the money? I'm this fucking guy who's trying to take everything from everybody. Where is it? Then why the fuck am I millions of dollars in debt? Where is it? It's in Blackboy Max's bank account. It's in fucking Silky's bank account. It's in Jason, Ronaldo, Lacey's bank account.
Or maybe it's on your body with all the ink that you got. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that's what's going on. All the tattoos you got, or else you already had all the tattoos before. But I'm just saying.
And it looks like you're about to try to go get it, buddy. I know at some point FaZe was probably going to attempt to do some sort of rebuild and rebrand again. And I'm talking about the organization, of course. Similar to what they did last time, they were going to realize the issues that they had and say that they were going to do better, they were going to do different, etc., etc. But right now, the organization is looking extremely desperate. Instead of rebuilding those relationships, because I actually don't even think it's not salvageable, or it wasn't salvageable at least. Maybe they just needed to come together on better terms. What they're doing now is making themselves look worse in front of the eyes of millions of content creators out there. And they're doing that by trying to squeeze every single penny, nickel, dime out of the former members of the group.
They're making tacos.
I'm telling you, at some point, if I ever join a group and it gets bought out, I'm out. Ain't no if, answer, but matter of fact, I won't even have to join a group. I'm going to be the group. I'm going to have my own group. I'm going to have my own empire, just like YRG is going to be OFL. Discord link in the description.
35 grand?
Damn, nah, niggas just running up random
Like, you
bills.
see how you got 5-star, you got YRG, you got Mafia, you got DDG Squad. It's going to be OFL. Discord link in the description.
All of a sudden, everything costs 10 bands. Bro, what is you saying? 5,000 for the 4th of July? Hell no, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta catch me. They are gonna have to send the IRS after my ass, literally, or the FBI, bro. Send that helicopter, RB. Real shit. Niggas not catching me, bro. Real shit, gang. And everybody just keep quiet. I don't even think they remember my black ass was part of the program. So everybody just chill, okay? Chill. Relax, bro. Let's just stay calm. It's all good. I paid my dues. Genuinely. We situated that already.
FaZe is one of the clearest examples of creators turned corporation and why it can go bad. What started as a group of internet personalities quickly turned into contracts, investors, and legal stuff. And once that shift happens, the relationship dynamic changes. Now, I know that there's going to be somebody in my comment section saying, well, the company did dish out a lot of money, and so they have to recoup these things some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I get it. The FaZe organization never touched any of the content creators' AdSense revenue from their YouTube videos, nor any of their streaming profits, as we've been told. But what about the billions, and I do mean billions of views generated by these clipping pages that have different companies plastered across the bottom? You think that those were just individuals living out of Wisconsin that started up accounts? No. What about the multitude of brand deals that Kason is claiming that they never saw any dollars and cents from, especially due to the fact that they alienated these guys and made them hook up with other brands that they seemingly aligned with by way of, you know, having their leaders represent the brands and being board heads and all this other stuff like that? You don't think that these guys have any sorts of homeowners insurance or renters insurance if they were renting these houses if a floor does get damaged? Come on, guys. These are multi-million-dollar houses, and they're putting young men in them that they know that they're going to throw parties in. You don't think that they took out some sort of insurance policy on them? Hell, you can't have a home without homeowners insurance. I don't want people to be naive here and get back to the company bootlicking that they once were. These people profited off these little boys, and the FaZe guys didn't make money from the YouTube channel, which is probably the least of the concern. But at the end of the day, let's not act as though this company did not profit off of these young men. That's just not how these things work. I can't even say without the corporate intervention that content houses are a big deal. That's why we see a lot of them fail. They look fun on surface level, but when you think about things like leases and property liability, contracts, who's going to cut the grass, who's responsible for any damages, all these different things, it's a big headache in and of itself. Then you add on some big brother overwatching eye that is monitoring how much internet usage and gas is being spent on a monthly basis in order to put some sort of tax on it, then hey, it becomes very nasty very fast. My prediction going forward is I see this happening again.
My thing is, how is it, if they're paying their monthly stuff, how is it on them? Are they just paying rent and everything else is covered? They just got to do the content and then they're getting the percentage off of that to pay for whatever they got to pay for. I'm like, this is why I don't want to do that corporate shit, bro.
Again and again and again. Not just with the Ex-Faze guys. I actually don't think that their saga's over. There's probably going to be some more unsuspecting charges that they did not see coming down the pipeline. Sorry to say, guys, I know you want to squash, but hey, man, bank's going to bank. Remember, he's just a chill guy who tried to do the best that he could.
This is, in a fucking twisted way, all my fault. Because at the end of the day, I put these guys in a room. At the end of the day, I went and raised money. I convinced, you know, these business people that this vision and these guys were a good bet to take. I thought in good faith that, you know, if we gave people careers, if we fucking gave everybody the best resources and this shit worked.
But did you really give them careers, though? Did you really? Did you give Platboy Max? Did you give Ron? Did you give Jason Deween? Did you give Your Age? Did you give Platboy Max? Did you give Silky careers, bro? Did you really? Silky already had his shit going on. Platboy Max definitely had his shit going on already. Your Age definitely already had his stuff going on. Lacey definitely had his stuff going on. All these guys already had their stuff going on. So did you really give careers for real? You just put them in the house and put them together. There was not much content that they was doing for real. So what are you talking about, man? I hate when
then everything else will figure itself out. And I'm so fucking naive and to have
worry about the other
made
FaZe
sure
members. Where
everything
they
is
at?
fucking better articulated
Where about
and
Swag?
solidified and just like people were on the same page.
Only so long you
I don't
play
know,
Call of
man.
Duty Warzone.
I failed miserably.
God, that guy just has a victim complex that is just so amazing in this situation. You're not scot-free, buddy. You're just not. But I do see in the future other corporations trying to weasel themselves into the pockets of other content creators. The only thing that I have going forward is content creators, please stay as corporate free as possible. The only thing that you need to be taking is like some sort of partnership or sponsorship brand deal, whatever the case may be. If they want to, you know, put on a streamer, whatever the case may be, that contract should be a page long. But if an entity with a big F decides to put a stack of papers that's as big as a phone book in front of you, please do me a favor. Pick it up, take it outside, put it on the ground. Get your lighter fluid, drench it, douse it, all these other things, and light a match to it. Because they are going to always try to take advantage of you and lie and fudge numbers and be disingenuous. All the while, a 40-year-old man will be telling you, come on, guys, let's get a bunch of bitches and hoes, making you think that it's a good idea. It's not.
But I be saying that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below your thoughts, leave a like, and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noti Squad. Discord link is in the description. Original link to the video is in the description. Locked in. Let's get it.